I arrived in Crooked Pines just before nightfall. The fog was thick, swallowing the road behind me. My GPS had died an hour ago, and the last gas station I passed looked abandoned. The house I'd booked stood at the edge of the woods, crooked and silent. Its windows were dark, and the porch light flickered like it was struggling to stay alive. The woman who greeted me was pale, with skin like old paper and eyes that didn't blink. She handed me a brass key and said only one thing: "Dante, open the black door." Even if it calls your name, inside, the house smelled of mildew and something sweet like fruit left out too long. The furniture was antique, covered in dust. On the hallway tables sat a leather-bound guest book. I opened it. The entries were strange, voices in the walls. "Don't answer them." I saw myself in the mirror, but I wasn't alone. The black door moved last night. The last entry was dated 1993. He knocked. I didn't open. In the morning, the door was gone. I laughed nervously. Local folklore, I thought, a prank for tourists. That night, I heard footsteps upstairs. I was alone. I crept up the stairs, flashlight in hand. The hallway was narrow, lined with crooked portraits. At the end stood the black door. It looked newer than the rest of the house, smooth, polished, with no handle. I pressed my ear to it. Silence. Back in my room, I tried to sleep. At 3:17 a.m., I heard it, a knock. Then a voice, soft and familiar. "Anton, open the door." I froze. It sounded like my sister, but she was hundreds of miles away. "Anton, please, I'm cold." I didn't move. I didn't speak. Eventually, the voice stopped. The next morning, the black door was gone. In its place was a blank wall. I checked the guest book again. A new entry had appeared in shaky handwriting. He didn't open it. "The house is hungry." I tried to leave. My car wouldn't start. My phone was dead. The fog outside was thicker than before, pressing against the windows like a living thing. That night, the knocking returned, louder, more urgent. "Anton, it's me. Let me in." I barricaded my door. The voice changed. It wasn't my sister anymore. It was my own voice. "Anton, I'm you?" "I'm trapped." I screamed. No one answered. The next morning, the house had changed. Hallways twisted, doors led to nowhere. The guest book was open again. A new entry: "He's almost ready." I found a mirror. My reflection didn't move. It smiled. I ran to the wall where the black door had been. It was back. This time, it had a handle. I shouldn't have touched it, but I did. Inside was a room with no floor, no ceiling, just darkness. And in the center, a figure, pale, eyeless. It whispered, "Write your name." I turned to leave, but the door was gone. The guest book floated in the air. A pen hovered beside it. I wrote my name. Now I'm part of the house. I knock every night. I whisper through the walls. I wait for someone to answer. If you ever stay in Crooked Pines, don't open the black door, even if it calls your name.